What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a special video for you guys. It is not going to be a review of sneakers, but it is going to be a look at my favorite vintage t-shirts that I own, because I also collect vintage t-shirts. Yes. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So now, most of these shirts I've either paid resale for or I found at the bins. Most definitely were paid resale for, unfortunately. And if you know anything about vintage shirts, you know that the prices can get up there. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the first shirt. So the first shirt that I have, I got doing a trade. I was originally going to trade for this shirt and some Stussy hats, but I definitely brought more than I probably should because I'm trying to get rid of a bunch of things as well. My boy Gabe, who I traded with, he also sells vintage and sneakers and stuff like that, so I'll put his information right here if you want to go look. He let me pick out a few shirts, and this is one of the shirts that I chose. Starting first, we have this Mac Hack 93. I picked this shirt because mostly of the front graphic. It's got, you know, people sacrificing a chicken while, you know, dancing around a computer, swinging computer mice all around. I tried to do some research on this piece and like the meaning behind the graphic. I found some things regarding it, but I don't know the meaning. If you know more about this shirt, let me know. But yes, the front graphic is pretty sick. It's on a Fruit of the Loom made in the USA tag, and of course single stitch. Now, if you're new into vintage or you don't really know about vintage, the reason why vintage can get so pricey is because of the types of tags they are on, the stitch, the year, and design. It can also depend on the color of the shirt, the condition of the shirt. So many aspects can determine the price and the value of how much a shirt would cost. Like, say if I had this shirt but it was in like a blue color, this shirt would probably go for more than the blue one because white is easier to wear rather than blue. But now if this one was thrashed and the blue one was in good condition, obviously the blue one would go for more than the thrashed white. But yes, this is the first shirt, the Mac Hack 93, with this propaganda on the front. Let's move on to the next one. Now, the next shirt up is a shirt from 1988. It depicts Sylvester from the Looney Tunes, is sitting above kind of like American flag almost. As you can see, his eyes right there, they're a little faded out, but they are kind of like a puffy print. I wish that the eyes were still on there. Overall, it is a pretty clean tee, just the front hit, no back hit. It is on a Screen Stars tag and of course single stitch. Another tip if you're looking into vintage, this tag right here is a lot of people's bread and butter. This tag right here will make or break a shirt, but definitely, once again, the graphic helps out a huge bunch. But the reason why I chose this shirt is because I'm a big Looney Tunes fan. I've always loved Looney Tunes since when I was a kid. I used to have a Looney Tunes Bulls crew neck from, I believe, like 94, 95 or something like that. My dad used to have it. I forgot what I did with it. I think I sold it or I traded it. But I've loved Looney Tunes since I was a kid. I watched Baby Looney Tunes, all the original cartoons, so it was kind of a no-brainer for me to try to get this one. And again, shout out to my boy Gabe, who made it possible. So thank you, Gabe. Let us move on. So next up, we have this Betty Boop Bewitched Halloween t-shirt from 1996. When I first started getting into vintage, I really liked Betty Boop stuff. I always thought they were unique and, you know, very unique, to say the least. So the first Betty Boop piece that I bought was actually a crew neck, which I will be showing later. I also love Halloween, So when I saw this shirt, it was a no-brainer, had to cop it. I got it for a really good price. If you know anything about Betty Boop vintage tees, they do go for a goddamn arm and a leg. If you negotiate and you look around a little bit, you will be able to find steals, or you might get lucky at the thrift. Who knows? Getting into the shirt, you got this big front graphic of Betty Boop right there. It is cracking a little bit, but nothing too crazy. There are some holes that are starting to form on the shirt and in other places just for me wearing it so much and just getting max use out of this thing. It is on a NJ focus. It is on an NJ tag. I didn't do a lot of research on this particular tag, so I'll probably have to do more research on there, but I have seen this a few times, and most of the shirts that I've seen that are on this tag go for a whole lot, so be on the lookout for this NJ tag while you're at the thrift. May get lucky. Next up is another shirt that I traded for, and it is this all black Johnny Cash joint from 2004, I believe. Yes, 2004 Johnny Cash joint. It is on a Zion tag right here, double stitch since it is from 2004, and it's got a little text on the back right here. I'm a huge Johnny Cash fan. I love Johnny Cash. My mom would always play him and listen to him. So when I saw my boy Gabe had this bad boy, I just had to get it. You know, it was too clean for me to pass up on. This shirt will not be leaving my collection at all. There are shirts that I do from time to time sell or trade, and then there's the shirts that you will never see me get rid of, and all my friends know that because all my cool shirts, they always bug me to get, but they will never get them. So keep trying, but unfortunately, you're not going to get it. But yes, 2004 Johnny Cash, amazing front graphic. Let us move on to the next one. So next up, we have this Flintstones Yabba Dabba Doo t-shirt with Bam Bam and Pebbles on the front. It is from 94, tie-dye, red, orange, all over. I got this one on Whatnot off of a YouTube creator named Jacob Starr. He sells a bunch of vintage stuff, and he is also my girlfriend's secret crush. But I saw this piece and I had to cop it because, again, I love the Flintstones, have since I was a kid. Always watched it on Boomerang whenever I'd wake up super early on a Saturday. My dad would always yell at me that I had the TV too loud. So this shirt does have a lot of significance for me. The front graphic, though, is absolutely bonkers. I mean, look at this thing. You got Yabba Dabba Doo, you got Pebbles, and Bam Bam, all on the front right here. It is on a Jerry Lay tag. Moving on, we have this 2002 Sturgis Wolf t-shirt. Now, this shirt I have been wearing out the ass. I love this shirt. The fit on it is great. The fade is super nice. The front graphic is crazy, and so is the back hit. Now, if you're not familiar with Sturgis, Sturgis is a annual bikers event that happens usually in Nevada. I forget where in Nevada. I've been to one when I was a kid. My dad took me when he was into motorcycles. You know, when I saw this t-shirt, it reminded me of that time I went with my dad on his bike as a kid, and I had a great time. It was amazing seeing all the different Harleys. So this one definitely had some sentimental value to it for me, but this one is my baby. This is another one that I will never get rid of and probably hand it down to my kids at some point if I take good enough care of it. But yeah, Sturgis 2002. Next up is a shirt that I don't regret buying, but I did low-key kind of pay a little more than I was willing to. I'm trying to up my collection and kind of get more statement pieces in. I've been doing a bunch of trades to get a bunch of different, you know, nicer pieces, saving up for pieces. My ultimate goal is to eventually move to a place where I can go to thrift stores and find these nice pieces and ultimately sell them for an arm and leg instead of me having to buy them for an arm and a leg. I know that sounds kind of messed up, but I do enjoy, you know, thrifting and being able to sell vintage or even trade vintage, have you, rather than buying shoes and trading shoes. You know, I still love shoes, but the sentimental and the treasure hunting that you have to do for vintage clothing is much more rewarding to me. So enough yapping, let's get into the shirt. We have this 1998 Stone Cold Steve Austin Wanna Raise Hell tee, and what I love so much about this t-shirt is the back hit. Hell yes, brother. Look at this skull. Oh my god. The skull, the back hit on this shirt is absolutely insane. It is in great condition for being from 1998. There is some cracking on it, but nothing too crazy. And then you got hell yeah right here. Despite the cracking, the only things on this shirt that are kind of are the lettering, but they're also not that bad. You can't really tell, but there is some noticeable cracking more on the lettering than there is on the skull on the back. I was very happy when I saw this, and for the price, I bid on it, got it, and this is another shirt that I'm never getting rid of. So there you go, Stone Cold Steve Austin, 1998. Hell yeah, brother. Next up, I have this banger Georgia Bulldogs tee that I also got from my friend Gabe. This is early 90s t-shirt on a Hanes heavyweight focus, Hanes heavyweight tag. It is a double XL, so this is another shirt that I'm never getting rid of, so I'm gonna have to tailor it so that way it fits. What I like about this shirt so much is the color and the fade of the red. The distressing on the collar right there, you got a nice de-stressing right there. That really adds character to it. But what I also love about it is this back hit. This back hit is redonkulous. I've owned a few college t-shirts and I never really liked them, but when I saw this bad boy, I was like, stop it. And I had to scoop this one up. So again, shout out to Gabe for always supplying me with the goods. So yeah, Georgia Bulldogs, 90s, banger. Next. So next up is a piece that I got for a low-key steal. It is a crew neck. I usually don't wear crew necks all that often. I'm more of a hoodies person. I love the brand that this is, and I just had to cop it. And it is a vintage Stussy crew neck in this faded navy blue color. Beautiful color, beautiful fading on this. It kind of almost looks like a gray almost in like when you're looking at it in person, but when that light hits it, you could definitely see kind of like that steel, dark navy blue almost. I found this one on Grailed. I got it for a dumb steal. I wore this one quite often during the wintertime this year, and I will continue to wear it quite often during the wintertime every year. I do have a couple vintage Stussy stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to hold on to them yet, so I'd rather kind of not show them. Most of the stuff that I've shown is all stuff that I'm more likely going to hold on to forever or for the next few years. I do have more vintage Stussy. This one is definitely my favorite, not going anywhere. So there you have it. Let us move on to the next. So finally we have the Pied de Resistance. This shirt was pretty much the pinnacle of me buying vintage, and it's something that I brought up earlier, and it is the Betty Boop crew neck got boop with Betty's face on it. The front graphic on this is crazy crispy. It looks very brand new from 1999. Here's the tag. I love this tag. This tag is so nice. The feel on this it's a little starchy. It is a little starchy. I had to wash it a few times to kind of get that more softness to it. Now it is dumb comfortable. but I tried to wear this as little as possible because it is white, and usually when I wear white stuff, I somehow get it dirty no matter how hard I try. Other white shirts, I don't really care about getting dirty, but this one, I try not to get dirty. I take care of this shirt. This shirt is my baby. This is probably the one, this is probably the crew neck that started the obsession, to be honest. I was going hard at first, but then when I got this bad boy, man, been all downhill ever since. But I did actually pay quite a bit for this one. I don't regret this one as much as others that I've spent a little bit more on, but this one was too good to pass up on. Had to get it. Haven't regretted it since. So that is gonna do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys like this video. I will try to do some more vintage pickup stuff because I'm trying to get more active into it, and you know, I want to up my collection and, you know, kind of give my channel some variety. But if you like what you see, if you like the channel, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.